let's look at the larger picture, sir. You have the Assam Rifles being asked to be replaced. The government has said it's not going to do any such thing. You have the army issuing two sharp public statements, which it doesn't usually do, saying we operate without fear and favor. You have more than 4,000 weapons, including mortars and light machine guns. You know that these are the kind of weapons that usually surface in insurgencies. This is not an insurgency, it's an ethnic conflict, right? Who has looted the armories? Who has looted the police armories? Both sides are armed today. Why are people not being disarmed?
You are asking one question which is not to be asked, which is
Why is
understood by
that?
everybody.
Why is that?
The
People,
answer to this question is known by everybody.
please tell us. Please tell
I
us
will
this
tell you.
answer.
I'll tell
Tell
you
us.
if people do not know why these weapons were looted. That I will ask you. Why is it so?
Because both sides want to protect their own villages. That's what they
Obviously,
say. Yes, and
obviously.
we have, let me show you those images. We went into a Meitei dominated village where paddy farmers, these men used to be rice farmers, they said, this is war for us now. And they took us to their bunkers, right? And their bunkers are like proper professional bunkers. They have sand pits, they have fortifications. These men do night patrol through the night. Then we went to the other side. We went into a Kuki village where boys who should be in school. This man wants to join the army, by the way. He said, my dream is to join the Indian army. This boy is in class 12. They have guns. Now, what I'm saying is my report from the ground is both sides are armed. Now, why is the disarming not the first priority? Now tell us, sir.
Yes, disarming the first priority. And when there is misunderstanding in both sides, if it is not possible to disarm as of now, then the table should be arranged at the earliest. And then so that some understanding. Table means I'm talking about the center. I'm talking about the center. What I mean is, see, I have been telling the table since the beginning. That is because, see, when there is clash taking place, it is very difficult to disarm the weapon because you never know from which side what will happen. So some understanding on the table has to come because the leaders are there. No? The leaders will tell their subjects that they see we are on talking terms like this. And for some time we'll have to do like this and notice that. Then when peace prevails, then only the weapon can be. This is my opinion. And if you, it's we keep talking about this guns being looted and all those things. See, this was taken from one training center, and I don't know how many weapons must be without pin, without firing pin. I don't know how many. And those people who have looted these weapons, they are just normal civilians. It was a mob of thousands. They had no choice and never thought. Let me submit one thing. In India, nobody would have thought this would have happened, but it was a compulsion. Basically, one has to understand this. I'm not talking about any. I'm not talking about any this thing in support of any community. But what happened is, I'm talking about why there was a requirement of looting the weapons. This everyone must think.
Yes, you tell us.
That is, if people do not know, then I'll tell you, because weapons were not this side. In Imphal Valley, Imphal East and West, weapon, let's say double barrel, single barrel, they are also not the very less licenses are given. Licenses are very less. But in the hills, licenses are given like that because on the pretext of protection of crops and wild animal and things like that. It is not so difficult in the hills, but in the valley, weapons, you have to have reason to get license for the weapons.
So you're saying that in the valley, in Imphal, the police armories had to be looted because the Meitei community, you say, did not have weapons, but the hill communities had more weapons to begin with. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely. Is there any doubt in that? I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just being neutral.
Yeah.
Is there any doubt in that? On the 3rd of May, see, 1 minute. On the 3rd of May, in that peace rally, in the rally, people are in the black dress, AK-47, they're carrying AK-47 and then burning Todung village. This is in the media, it's on 3rd. And reaction was on 4th. So I would say it is very sad that this thing has not been reflected. The 3rd May has been forgotten.
You are saying, sir, that
Huh.
the Meitei community has been forced, in your estimation, to loot police armories for weapons because the Kuki people had more weapons.
More weapons nahi.
Then,
Not more weapons. Weapons were also there. Meitei did not have weapon. As far as licensed guns are concerned, with your personality, you can take the details from the DCs of respective districts, and there you come to know. And I would be very glad to know how many weapons were issued in every district. That is one. The second one is the incident on 3rd was very severe, which people have forgotten, and starting the incident of this class from 4th. No, it is not correct. I have some Jawans, I have some
Yeah.
guards which were deployed in the Kuki dominated area that time. And that time the boy had to sleep in the hills, and then, before first light, he had to run from there. That was a Meitei guy. And the same thing happened this side also, yeah. See, it is no point, I wanted to remain as a neutral person, basically, because this is not going to lead anybody anywhere.